Hey, what's up everyone? I tried to record this video the other day with my laptop in front of me, but it didn't turn out the way I fucking wanted it to. It's just not my fucking style. It was an interesting way of trying something different, but like I said, it's not my style. It wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. I was hoping it'd kind of turn out to be more like a Cardinal Virtues video where, like, he's pulling stuff up, but it was not working. So I'm gonna re-record it here in my normal style because I remember shit. Now, first things first. A few days ago, Coughlin sent me a couple of articles. He said, hey, since, you've been dealing with these MRA fuckers, I found these pages. Well, actually, I think he said he found this website, and these were two of the dumbest ones. And, when I first read them, I had the reaction just like, are you fucking serious? And we kind of talked a little bit about it. I'm just like, can people be any more fucking pathetic? And then I asked him, like, are you just sending me this shit to get me pissed off so I'll do more videos? And he said, yes. And he basically said, like, we all need a nemesis, which I guess these are the fuckers now. I guess I've had a couple people, I've gotten into it with a bit in the past, Mystical Force, GQ Unit 69, a couple other people here and there, but I guess now these are my nemesis or whatever. Nemesises. I'll be like Happy Cabby and just fucking make words up. So anyhow, I went through these pages. Now, I'm going to do a video on both, but this first one that I'm doing now, I read this one more, and I'm going to read the next one and kind of go through it like I'm doing here now. But this video is, this first article was reasons why you should have basically legal representation before you fuck a woman. Now, it's not just a couple of things here and there, like, hey, you might run into this, there are some vindictive women out there who will, lie and say you raped them, etc. Even though a lot of times the allegations of rape are fucking real, they said no and the guy kept doing it. I'm not saying every guy fucking does that, because, that's one thing, Pine Grove 33 had that fucking video where he's freaking out like, I'm not a rapist, so stop calling me one. Who the fuck is calling you a goddamn rapist? No one. What the fuck? But anyhow, it's not just a couple of fucking reasons. Oh no, they have to go more fucking in-depth than that. It's 27 fucking reasons why you should have, basically, legal counsel before you fuck a woman. Now, there's a lot of stupid shit, but there are a few that just really stuck out in my goddamn head. Because shit was either just brought up constantly, or it was just so fucking outlandish that if it does happen, there must have been some odd shit. The planets fucking aligned a certain goddamn way, because this is shit that you almost never hear about. Oh, but let me guess, it's the fucking left-wing media, because they don't want anyone to know, because they're, pro-feminist, whatever. But one point they keep harping on throughout this entire fucking page is that a woman can change her mind at any time. Yeah, Cocksmooch, you have that fucking right too. What if you regret it? What if you say, I don't think this is right? Or, there's something happening where something in your head says, I don't want to fuck this girl anymore. We'll just say, here's an example that, you met this girl and you're married and you start fucking her and then you start to really feel bad, like, I don't want to cheat on my wife. I already kind of have. I don't want this to go any further. And you say, stop. Okay, she has to fucking stop. It's not just the woman who can, just change her mind. No, if she does, you have to respect that. You can do that too. But it seems like it's this whole fucking male thing where it's like, well, I deserve to get my rocks off. Fuck you. If she says no, that means no. I don't fucking care if it's in the middle. Too fucking bad. Your balls are gonna be fucking achy for a little bit. Get the fuck over it. Now, one of the things that pisses me off the most about this goddamn page is that they say this shit like, oh, in these countries, these laws are being passed. Now, not once on this fucking site, at least not the shit I clicked on, was there any kind of, link to any kind of law, any kind of bills, anything like this, any real news articles. What there are usually links, like there's one they're talking about in Brazil, some fucking law, I forget what it is, and they link to a blog, and it's in Portuguese, and I guess they translated it, which that translation could be good or bad. I should have put it into freetranslation.com or something to check it, but they put links on there, and of course, it doesn't fucking go to any kind of bills, anything like that, any kind of translation. No, it just goes to another fucking blog, or something on this page, which I forgot to mention the site name. It's called human-stupidity.com, and of course, I'm going to leave a link so you guys can read that shit yourself. But yeah, throughout this entire fucking page, and now, before anyone asks, well, if it links to something on their page, on their website, maybe there's a link there. No. At least not the ones I looked at. I didn't see any. So no, it's not just a matter of, well, you know, maybe they're, no. They don't fucking link to shit, they just say it. And this is something that pisses me off about MRAs, because they act as if you don't believe what they believe, you know, you don't just fucking take their word and, oh yeah, that must be true. Then they act like you're a fucking moron. It's the same with the fucking Illuminati people, which I got a request to do another Illuminati video, and I know this off topic, but whether I do it or not, I think I will, but the majority of these Illuminati conspiracy theorists, you ask for facts, and they give you YouTube videos. It's like, that's not fucking proof. Why don't you prove your fucking case by giving me real things to read, real things to look at and think about? They don't do it. It's the same with these MRAs. Oh, yeah, that's fuck. And you can even read some of the comments at the bottom of the page, and there's also comments on the side. Now, a couple of these I screen capped, because they're just so fucking ridiculous. I mean, you see how goddamn stupid and selfish and self-centered these fuckers are with these comments. Like, one of them, some guy put a, and I'm not going to sign up for the website just to fucking finish reading it, but some guy was replying to someone else and said, oh, you're pedo-critical. Oh yeah, because criticizing fucking pedophiles, that's bad. You know, you shouldn't do that. Oh yeah, so fucking kids is okay? Jesus fucking Christ, what are you, a NAMBLA member now? And by the way, it's not just MRAs on that one. You, James, I don't know if he's an MRA, I don't think he is. He fucking thinks there should be no age of consent laws, but, you know, beyond that, one thing that I noticed is they really only mentioned using condoms, like, once. Now, in each of these sections, there's basically, like, a kind of, like, a couple sentences about something, and then there's, like, a subsection which kind of explains it, which is fine. I'm cool with that. You know, clarify a little bit, but on the section talking about using condoms, it says, you know, that's not always safe, you know, because the woman could, which this is going to come up a little bit later with a different argument too, like, oh, she could keep it and, you know, insert it into her vagina, and then you have to fucking pay yeah, women fucking do that all the goddamn time, don't they? They don't just find a guy who is okay with fucking them and having a kid, or get into a relationship discussing this. No, they're going to do that just to fuck you over. See, that's the kind of mentality these fucking morons have. And, you know, it says, like, you know, with your sperm, like, make sure it gets destroyed. Like, you know, flush the condom down the toilet. You shouldn't do that. It'll clog your fucking toilet, most likely. Or wash it out in the sink. Or make sure she swallows. Oh, yeah, because she's going to be, oh, yeah, I swallowed. And get herself pregnant. Really? Really? See, how fucking pathetic can these fucking morons get? I mean, this site, if they're, because Coughlin said, this is not a joke. This is fucking real. Like, these assholes are serious. If he is wrong, these are some of the best posts I've ever fucking seen in my goddamn life. But it basically continues, you know, because it's like, oh, feminists are doing this, and they're doing this. You know, because that's one thing I love. Like, MRAs, they say I strawman them. Anytime I ask for clarification, like, where did I strawman MRAs? You know, this is not just shit I thought up of, oh, they must believe that. No, it's shit that some of these dickheads have said. Which, that's funny, because all the time, all these dickheads, they talk about feminists, or women do this. Okay, you know, there are a lot of fucking pricks out there, men and women. Oh, but all feminists, they all believe the same shit? Whatever, fucking idiots. But one of these things, because it's talking about things like later in the section, like, oh, you know, should you do this? Is this a better option? Oh, think again. One of these is a sex doll. Now, it says that you should have an expert witness. I believe that's the wording. Something along those lines. Like, an expert. Make sure that the doll looks at least 35 years of age. Really. There are experts out there who can determine whether a fucking hunk of plastic looks like it's 35 or older. And then there's a little part in the subsection, like, in Canada, you know, feminists are trying to pass laws that say, you know, you can't have sex dolls that look like kids, which is absolute fucking bullshit, because, once again, they don't link to anything for that. And I know some people, well, why didn't you go, fuck that. If you're going to make the argument, you got to back up your fucking case. And I seriously doubt that's happening anyways. And that's, I guarantee you, that's not just feminists. It's probably those really, really, really extreme people who think that if you just talk to a girl, you're trying to fuck her, which, by the way, that shit's going to come up a little bit later, too. But yeah, and then also beyond the fucking sex doll thing, then wouldn't it be illegal for there to be pornography that depicts, like, you know, young schoolgirls, shit like that, you know, go into the principal's office and then they end up fucking, or, you know, having, you know, the schoolgirl uniform? Wouldn't that shit be illegal, even though they're over the age of 18? Oh, there you go. What do you have to say that? And it's a fucking hunk of plastic. Now it said, they also talk about how, some girls can lie about their age, which, yeah, that's fucking true. And it says, like, you can be held responsible. Okay, first off, sometimes, yeah, I'm sorry, but that's still fucking rape. It's statutory rape. But, here's one example, especially with the pornography thing. Tracy Lords. Turns out she was underage. Did the guys who acted in those scenes with her, or acted, I should say, or the guys who possessed the videos, are they getting busted? No. I believe Ron Jeremy didn't. I don't think he went to jail for that, because how the fuck were they supposed to know? She provided fucking documentation that was forged. She lied. Why the fuck should they get in trouble? Because to the best of their knowledge, they were doing everything legal. They were professional about it. They didn't know she was fucking underage. So that whole thing, like, oh, men, yeah, because throughout this fucking entire page, it's always like, men get fucked. Men are just getting fucked over big time. Here's a good example. They said, is masturbation a better fucking choice? And it said that, make sure you lock your doors. Well, no fucking shit. Why wouldn't you lock your goddamn doors? I keep my shit fucking locked up tight. Maybe just because I'm paranoid as fuck. But it says, if you're, sitting there, whacking your fucking parsnip, if a woman peeps in and sees you doing that, you still get in trouble, which is absolute fucking bullshit. You have a right to privacy. I mean, if they're going to those kind of fucking extremes, I guarantee you they're fucking mentally handicapped in some fucking way, because who's gonna do that? Just to get you in trouble? How fucking paranoid are you? And this is coming from me, and I'm a paranoid motherfucker. I'm like extremely goddamn paranoid about every fucking thing. Oh, but you'll get in trouble? In what fucking universe? That whole peeping Tom thing, they get in trouble. They can't say, well, I saw her fucking fingering herself. Or, you could say, if it's a girl, because I guarantee you it's happened before. Who's gonna get in trouble? The person that's fucking peeping. That's who. Fucking idiots. Is this that goddamn difficult? Now, another part, they said, is it safer to have sex with men? And, of course not, yeah. And, it's talked about, like, if you do decide to play for the other fucking team, which most people can't just fucking get hard off of another guy if they're straight. I mean, maybe they're a little bit bisexual and they can, but it says, don't do that because, especially if you use a condom, which, I've been preaching in the first fucking place, if you're unsure, use a fucking condom. That was pretty much the main goddamn theme of my last video. But it says, that guy that you just fucked may keep it and give it to his sister so she can artificially inseminate herself, so then he has a niece or nephew that is related to them by blood. And you have to pay the child support. That is happening where? Exactly. What the fuck? Really? You really think that shit's gonna fucking happen? You really do? You're either reading way too much fucking fiction of this kind of shit, or watching, Law and Order, where some of this shit has happened, and instead of looking at fucking reality. Now, I meant to bring this up a little bit earlier. I was talking about how, just talking to a fucking girl that's underage can get you in fucking trouble. Not fucking true. Now, they say, if she's underage, no matter what your intentions are, essentially, you can still get in trouble, which is absolute fucking bullshit, and I'll get on the reasons why. But here's an example. There are a couple of my subscribers that like to talk to me. And I'm not going to really say their names in case they, since they are underage, they want to be left the fuck alone. But we just talk about various things. Like, there's one guy who, we're friends on Facebook now, because, it's like, hey, I like this guy. He's pretty cool. He's interesting to talk to. He asked me about things, like Satanism, because his mom doesn't want him reading about that. So he asked what my thoughts are and why I, stop following the shit, or just things in general. And we just talk back and forth. Can I get in trouble for that? No. And here's the thing. It says, make sure, you be careful because, grooming laws. And they said, like I said, you can just get in trouble for talking to girls. And all of the site, because this is the one fucking part of the site that they actually show laws. And it shows it for different countries. You know what it says? It says that grooming laws, or, some kind of variation in wording there, it's about trying to solicit sex from underage people. Whether that be male or female. That's what it's about. But they completely, it's like they just fucking, they didn't even read the goddamn source that they're providing. No, it's talking about trying to fuck underage kids. To catch a predator. That's a fucking big one. These guys, they were not just like, hey, we should hang out. It's always something like, hey, would you suck my dick? Do you want to fuck? And then they bring alcohol and condoms and what the fuck ever else. That's what it's about. That shit is illegal. Talking to someone online who's underage, you can't really get in trouble for that. I think probably the most someone can do is if their parents find out, say, stop talking to them, and if you don't do it, they could probably get a restraining order. But even then, it's like, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just talking to them. Never, ever, once did this become about sex. I'm just talking. But that's the fucking victim mentality they have. I was fucking right. They do want to be fucking victims. I'm sorry, but when you try to stress the truth to kind of, back up your case, you've really got nothing. You really don't. But, this entire fucking page, it's always about how the woman will fuck up. They're gonna fuck you over in some goddamn way. And again, I don't know how many times I have to fucking say this. Just because your dick is hard doesn't mean you have to get it off, okay? I'm sorry to say that. If you're that fucking concerned with it, don't fuck. And I know that's what this whole page is about, get a lawyer. Like, here, one thing, I forgot to mention this earlier, it says, before, you guys, go off and, do your thing, whatever, take her to the emergency room and have her tested for any kind of drugs or alcohol. Wow, that really fucking says move. Hey, baby, just to make sure you don't try to fuck me over, well, we go and get you tested for any kind of drugs or alcohol. Wow, that's fucking great. And it says, make sure you have 3 fucking witnesses to make sure that she's okay with it. Which, by the way, they said constantly, she can remove consent at any fucking time. So even those 3 witnesses, like, okay, well, she changed her mind. That's her fucking choice, okay? And it's your fucking choice, too. But it says videotape it. Which, yeah, because a lot of girls are going to jump through all these fucking hoops. And it goes beyond this, by the way. They're going to jump through all these fucking hoops just to get your fucking cock in them. But it says videotape it because it's a necessary evil. Because, there could be decades that go by and, they accuse you of rape. And, you'll have proof that, they never remove consent. Okay, first off, there's a statute of limitations to that. And how many women do that? Because they regret it. After fucking decades, you're fucking full of shit. But it says, get fucking witnesses, go to a fucking notary, they say a notary republic, which I believe it's just notary public, and have them confirm that they are engaging in casual sex to make sure that you're fucking scot-free. That if she does get pregnant, which, by the way, before I get on that, I'll just finish this little thought. But again, it's like, how many fucking hoops is she gonna have to jump through just to fuck? Are you that goddamn paranoid? But one thing is this. They keep on talking about, so you don't have to pay child support. That's one thing that MRAs, they always fucking bitch about. Oh, I shouldn't have to pay child support, even if it's my kid. No, you should. You know why? You know why courts do that? First off, it's not just men that have to pay. My mom was supposed to fucking pay child support, and she kept moving, between here in Ohio and fucking Texas, and they couldn't really catch her. Because, well, the child support thing, do they sometimes, get really pissed off and strict about that? Yeah. But not as much as people think. But it's not about the fucking parents. It's not. It's about the kid. Because now there is especially if the woman decides to keep it, whether, it's for religious beliefs or just, personal fucking morality, what have you. It doesn't fucking matter. If she wants to keep the kid, that's your fucking kid. And that third human being that's now in the equation, so we should just say fuck them? And that's, again, because most of these MRA fuckers are right-wingers. And they always talk about personal responsibility. I'm sorry, but if something happens and you happen to fuck the wrong girl, we'll just say all this shit comes true. Okay, who the fuck else is going to pay for that kid? Just her? What if she can't afford it? Well, then guess what? She's going to have to get some kind of fucking government assistance because you don't feel like you should have to fucking pay for something that is yours. So it comes out of all of our fucking pockets? Fuck you. Just fucking man up. And, later, it says, after the fucking shit's said and done, go to the fucking ER again and have her tested to make sure she didn't do some kind of drugs. Because, she could say you raped her if she got drunk. It's, okay, yeah, that's going to happen. Oh, hey, before we fuck, I'm going to go into the bathroom for about 30 minutes to an hour, just doing stuff, and she's going to go in there and fucking shoot up or get drunk or whatever. Yeah, that's going to fucking happen. Jesus fucking Christ. But to me, this shows how fucking pathetic these assholes are. They are just miserable assholes who think everyone's out there to fuck them over. That's all it is. They're just out there to fuck them over. And it's feminists, too. Oh, yeah, because feminists, they all think the same way. MRA's like, oh, well, not all of us believe that. Oh, but all feminists believe this and this and this. Fucking idiots. And yet, how many women are willing to go through that much fucking hassle, either to fuck you, because, this whole thing, take her to this place and get this, and verification, and fucking witnesses, and, videotape it. How many women are willing to do that? Not very many. They could just say, well, fuck you, I'll just go fuck some other guy who isn't paranoid as fuck. Or how many women are willing to go through the kind of shit that they're talking about, like, oh, artificially inseminate herself to make sure you have to pay. Yeah, she's gonna go through fucking 9 months of pregnancy, and the morning sickness, and all the other shit, and body changes, to fuck you. Why you? Who knows? I guess to further the cause of feminism, whatever the fuck. Fucking pathetic. Fucking miserable, pathetic asshole. And most of these fuckers, they won't have to worry about any of this, because they're probably not gonna get fucking laid anyway. If you're that goddamn paranoid, and you hate women that fucking much, why are you gonna try to fuck them? Because that's what it is. It's fucking bigoted. All of these goddamn opinions, they're fucking bigoted. Because it's always about how the man is gonna the woman's gonna fuck these men over. Oh, except for the gay thing. It's never, straight men, do bad shit. Like sometimes straight men rape fucking women, shit like that. Oh no, it's, feminists and gay guys, because they might do this and this. Like I said, if this shit is a joke, this is some of the best material I've ever fucking heard. But by the way, I don't think it is. I really think these assholes are serious. One last thing. Apparently, Coughlin told me that there's another, and I forgot to check this out. I need to look it up. These assholes are atheists. And there's a whole part of the fucking website, because, it's called human-stupidity. So it's not just MRAs. I guess they cover, a multitude of things. There's a page debunking creationism. Which to me just shows that, like some of these atheists, they're going to be smarter automatically, or, it may not be perfect if we're all atheists, but it'll be better. Really? With these kind of fucking dickheads? Wow. Fucking idiots. But, it just... It almost makes me embarrassed to be a fucking man because of these pricks, who they want no kind of fucking responsibility. Everyone else should have to pay for it. Why? Well, because they're guys. Yeah, that goes without saying, right? They're men. They're strong men. They shouldn't have to do anything they don't want to. Fucking idiots. But anyway, I got a pretty good fucking reaction from my last video. And it gained some subscribers, which I think is fucking great. And I thank everyone who has subscribed, everyone who stayed subscribed. And I'm going to keep going with this. Because, it's fucking pathetic. The more you read these comments, the more you realize how fucking full of shit these dickheads are. They don't want to link to any kind of laws, anything like that. They don't want to link to anything of real substance. No, it's always to something from MRAs. Whether that be a fucking mirrored video or some kind of MRA page. And a lot of times, at least in my experience, they don't link to shit. They don't link to anything of real substance. No, it's just these assholes talking like, I've heard this story. The British MRA, he's still doing this shit. Like, I heard this story of this. Oh, you did. Okay, well, that's hearsay. Unless you can provide proof. Does bad shit happen to men? Yeah, at times. Get the fuck over it. Or, instead of just being a lazy fucking prick, get up off your ass, contact some people in your government and say, I think this is a problem. There you go. They're not going to do that, are they? No, it's easier to bitch on the internet and try to fucking say feminists or just, cunts who want this, and they want a man just to take care of them, and they should just shut their fucking mouths and get in the fucking kitchen, and, women shouldn't drive because there's no road in between the bedroom and the kitchen and shit like that. Fucking pathetic.